Hello, everyone. My name is Mr. Zach, and this is Preschool Storytime at Hudson Public Library. Thank you, everyone, so much for joining me. It is really nice to have you all here. All right, so this week we're going to be talking about cleaning up your room. That is the theme for this time. So, to get started, I've got just a few books. I have a few less than I normally have. But I've got some books that I wanted to talk to you about and say that I think would be good books to read. Alrighty. So if you've ever been told to clean up your room, then one of the things you might have heard is that your room is a pigsty. So what if that were really true? So that's what this next book is about. So this is Pigsty by Mark Teague. And this is all about a kid who doesn't clean up their room, and what happens next is a couple pigs decide, wow, this looks like a nice pigsty. We're going to make it our place to hang out too. So it's a really entertaining, really fun book. Alrighty, so next up, we've got Tracy's Mess by Elise Peterson, and it's illustrated by Isa Trapani. Alrighty, so this book is got some really fun pictures in it of just a very, very messy room. And so Tracy's got quite a messy room, but she decides that she needs to clean it up. So she decides that she'll take care of everything in her room by putting it under the bed or under the rug or in the closet, and just a really entertaining story. Doesn't take itself too seriously. A lot of fun. Alrighty, so I think if you do it right, that cleaning up your room can actually be quite a bit of fun, and that is exactly what this next book does. So this is Diggy Dan, and it is a room cleaning adventure, and this is by Daniel and David Kamish. Kamish? I'm not sure. And this one is all about Dan, who has a room that needs to be cleaning, and so he starts digging. So Diggy Dan. And so Dan decides he is going to clean his room, but it becomes quite the adventure. He's not just cleaning his room, he's on a treasure hunt, or he's a pirate. Let's see what else. Going off into space, going through these things. So I think using your imagination is always so much fun. Always just imagining what things can be. It's never just the simple cleaning up. So that's what I've got for you today. I know I usually have a couple more than that, but those were the ones that really stood out to me this time. All right, so when I think about cleaning up your room, I also think about some of the other chores that you have to do around the house. So what are your favorites to do? Do you have any favorites? I do. So what are yours? Hmm. So my favorites are, I love working in the garden. So I love doing anything outside. Any yard work is a lot of fun. But I also actually kind of like putting away laundry. I know not everybody does, but I think that one's kind of fun. Alrighty, so next up, I wanted to tell you a couple ideas I've found for ways that you can make cleaning up and doing stuff around the house a lot more fun. So I've got a couple ideas to show you here. Alrighty. So first up, if you've ever played the game Jenga, or any non-branded version of that, then you know it is a stacking game where you basically stack them up and you pull them out, and whoever makes the tower crash loses. So I've got a little bit of a twist on that I found. So what you do is you take your pieces, and on some of the pieces you write right on top here where they can't be seen, you write on there a name of a chore that needs to get done around your home. and then you stack those all up, and when they stack there, you wouldn't be able to see what it is. So then, or I guess they'd be stacked that way. uh, so then, whoever pulls it out, that is the job they get to do. And then you could add some extra rules, like what happens if the person makes the tower fall. Maybe they have to get all of the rest of them. So I think that's a fun way to make dividing up the jobs a lot easier. And it means you're going to do something different every time. All right, so that's the first game that I've got. The next one I wanted to tell you about is called Safe Zone, and I just heard about this one, and I think that it is a lot of fun. So basically, if you've got stuff scattered all around and you need to get it cleaned up, the name of the game is Safe Zone, and so you need to make one spot that is the safe zone. And everything else is not the safe zone. So every toy or whatever it is needs to get into the safe zone or they won't be safe. So you can make any type of game that you want on that. If you have a kid who likes playing army, you could make it something themed on that. You could make it a spy story. You could make it any sort of alien invasion, anything like that. But if you just make one little space, like a little square, you can put it in a corner, you could put it on a chair, you could make it a toy chest if you want them to get them in there. But I think a few fun ideas you can do with that. And you can set a timer too and say, you win the game if you do it in that amount of time. So I think a way to make it fun for everyone. Alrighty, so the next one that I found I think is a lot of fun too, and it is called Freeze Dance. And so if you've ever played Freeze Dance, it's a little bit of a twist on that. So Freeze Dance is where you say you're going to play music, and then while the music is playing, you get to dance or move however you want. But then when the music stops, you have to stop and freeze until it goes back on again. So the twist on this for cleaning up, or you could do it for whatever other kind of jobs around the home you want to do. The twist on this one is that it's, instead of just regular dancing, you can also do, you could combine dancing, or you could have them just do the activities and the cleaning up them. So I think it makes it a lot more fun. Listening to music while you're cleaning, I think, is just a lot more fun in general. But if you do that, well, you get some dancing in and then make it into more of a game, I think that is way more fun. All right, and then my last idea I wanted to share for this is just a really simple one. You can make it into a dice game. You can make each number be a different type of thing that you need to do, and you can roll for it. But there are lots more ideas. So I think that honestly, helping out around the house, kids really like to do. I think it's a lot of fun if you do it right. So there we go. That is all for that. All right, so the other thing that I think would be fun if you want to do an activity that is themed around cleaning up your room is you can have a challenge using whatever materials you want to build a room. And I did that earlier for myself in preparation because I didn't want to make you watch me do this. But this is actually from a different video I made, but I figured it'd work really well for this one too. I made a house, and I think it works well enough as a room, out of Legos. So you can see my little house there. There's me, still wearing my mask. And so you could say a challenge. So build a room out of Legos, out of a box, out of blocks, whatever you have. I think that's a fun little idea to try to stay on theme for this. Alrighty, so last up, and I think appropriately for this, is I wanted to share a little bit of a rhyme with you. So this is a closing rhyme, and I thought it was appropriate because when you are putting stuff away, it's basically like you're saying goodbye to that for a little while at least. So this one is called My Hands Say Goodbye. So I'm going to do some actions here, and then you can follow along with me. I'll do it a few times so that you can get the hang of it. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. My hands say goodbye with a clap, clap, clap. So clap along. My feet say goodbye with a tap, tap, tap. So you can't see it on here, but I'm tapping my feet on the ground when I say tap. Clap, 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 tap, tap, tap. Wiggle my fingers, so wiggle them like this, and say goodbye and then wave. All right, let's do it again, a little bit faster. My hands say goodbye with a clap, clap, clap. My feet say goodbye with a tap, tap, tap. Clap, 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 tap, tap, tap. Wiggle my fingers and say goodbye. Let's do it one more time. You ready? Okay, let's go. My hands say goodbye with a clap, clap, clap. My feet say goodbye with a tap, tap, tap. Clap, 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 tap, tap, tap. Wiggle my fingers and say goodbye. All right, so with that, I will say goodbye to you as well. I hope that you have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember, this is Hudson Public Library. My name is Mr. Zach. Bye.